was because obviously like the images of your feet and legs have been floating around forever, and that's what kind of scared all of us. We're like, oh shit, this is real deal. This is scary.
That scared me too, dude, because that's like if I would have let that get worse, they would have cut my shit off. So like that was definitely a fucking wake up.
But it didn't do it. It was a wake up call, but that was like 4 months ago, right?
I know.
Well, sometimes you wake up and then you roll over and
it sounds like my day today, to be honest with you.
You just hit snooze on that bitch.
We at the doctor, he basically showed me how to clean it and to disinfect it, and now there's still a scar, but there's no hole. Like there's no opening, there's no pus, there's no. And as far as the leg hole,
sounds good to me.
Well, I'm just saying there's no like you can't peel anything, you can't like get inside of it, unless you like, I guess if you took like a scalpel or something. So the scar's there, but the actual they actually did an MRI or CAT scan on it when I was there this last time, and they said that the bacteria that was in there before that was trying to eat away at the bone, that's all gone. So the toe's good.
Bacteria in there eating at the bone. See, this is okay. Forgive me, but this is news to me. Maybe this was something you've talked about publicly, and I just didn't know. There was bacteria eating at the bone.
Yeah,
that's
not proud of that. Not saying that that's a normal everyday occurrence, and everyone deals with it. They don't. Yeah.
What did they prescribe for that? Was it mostly grilled chicken and spinach?
No.
Back me up, Blade. If you switched to a spinach chicken diet, that would have fixed it, right? Maybe.
I mean, it would have helped. Everything that you intake into your body affects you. So, like, if I'm on some Popeye shit, I'd probably yoke up.
On some Popeye shit. You hear chicken and you jump to Popeyes.
Well, he said spinach.
Yeah, get the spinach. Squeeze the can, pops out.
Have you guys seen the Only Use Me Blade update recently?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's sad.
Well,
he didn't lose them. He knows where they are, but
they're no longer attached to the way they.
How much of his foot did he lose?
My toes, Morty. They put them in a jar.
Morty,
I don't.
They're putting my toes in Gwyneth Paltrow's candles. Morty.
Does he have a prosthetic foot to help with walking and shoe fitting?
He's got enough foot left that he can walk, I believe, just not with great dexterity. Not that was happening before anyway.
Yeah.
But it's a real shame because I didn't meet Blade a whole bunch of times, but the times I did meet him, he was affable, friendly. I had a great time hanging out with Blade. There was no like red flags or anything. And it's just very sad to see the path that his life has taken him down.
That's true. Yeah. In 2015, he was a great guy. I think he's made some pretty big mistakes along the way. It's hard to stand up for those. It's all unproven, but
still sad to see. Regardless.
Same exact thoughts, Woody. Like, it seemed like he made some poor decisions along the way. Clearly, like, drank way too much, and he'd just get blasted. Some of those streams are hilarious. Like, if you go back to when they're on that motorhome and they paint his face like Pepe the Frog, but they don't use face paint. They use fucking spray paint. And he wakes up and he's been spray painted. And it's like, dude, people are graffitiing you. You've got to pull back on the alcohol. But whenever I met him, like went on 2 or 3 trips and he'd be there at like PAX Prime or something in Seattle, just ton of fun, very chill, very friendly, like not a mean bone in his body, just wants to hang out, get fucking drunk, get high, and just have a good time. That's every experience I've ever had with him.
I can think of one that's perhaps less good, if you would like for me to share. It involves Blade sharing pictures of other people's private parts without their consent.
Well, you can't do that. Should have done that.
That's largely frowned upon. Yeah,
I've seen like a few. There's a whole montage online of like bad things he's done. I'm not gonna stand up for any of that. All I can speak to is like every time I was with him, he was fucking barrel laughs.
Super charismatic dude.
Yeah. The room was more fun with him.
Drinks a lot on camera, I worry for them because to me, Only Use Me Blade paved this road. And now, like, if your content involves like drinking every night, I hope this works out for you.
So Drifter, last week we did our by decade drinking episode.
Not even that common.
Yeah. Not even that. Our 3 times a century drinking episode. And I think Taylor drank like 14?
I think I had 15 or 16
beers. Full
Coors Bankies.
5% alcohol, 12-ounce beers. I drank a pitiful 8 or 9. Woody was drinking this. He drank one of those. What are they called?
Voodoo Ranger.
He drank a Voodoo Ranger, which is like 2 of like the beers we were drinking.
It's like 10% alcohol,
like
and
4.
it was a big,
and it's bigger too.
Yeah.
So it's like 2.5, 3 like regular beers in one. And then he was sipping this pink stuff that was like a
vodka drink of some sort.
Sort of
pink
liquid,
liquid,
liquor drink.
Chiclets.
So afterwards, I was okay. Like I was a little dizzy after the show, and I usually don't drink that much at all. I maybe have 1 or 2 beers occasionally, like for dinner, and so I didn't feel great. I went straight to bed. Taylor very hungover like the next day, and even a little more the day after that.
It was rough.
Woody shat blood.
That can't be healthy.
Yeah.
Can't be good.
Oh, who are you talking, huh? You throwing shit over here? Crypt Keeper, huh?
You're looking at the guy who's never drank alcohol. This is what years of not drinking will get you.
maybe that's the missing link. Grab yourself a Banky. See if that seals things up for you.
The doctor's like, "Oh, we're looking at your labs. God damn, get this guy a vodka martini stat."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it on PKN for people, but my wife the morning afterward was like, or I guess after, the afternoon after when she got home was like, "Oh, how you feeling from that fall?" And I'm like, "What? I fell?" And she was like, "Yeah, in the middle of the night, you like aggressively rolled out of bed and like hit the ground hard." And I was like, I have no memory, but I'm not sore. And then before I showered after working out, I was looking around, big old bruise on my hip. I guess I hit the ground hard.
Dude,
and
you're
the
lucky
next
you didn't
night,
hurt yourself badly.
I'm very fortunate for that. But then also the next night, after that, obviously, we were going to bed, and I was like, "Where's the remote?" Because I want to put on one of my falling asleep shows, and I was like, I wouldn't have misplaced the remote for my TV in the bedroom. It was cast all the way into the corner of the room. There was a bowl of popcorn upturned. At some point, I must have also made popcorn.
I was hoping the remote looked like a what are those things? A steamroller went across it. You just flattened it with your hip.
No, just everything, just mayhem over there. Upturned popcorn. I have no recollection. I thought I made as soon as the show ended, I made oven pretzels, drank my coconut water, drank my body armor. I'm like, you're being responsible. You're eating snacks. You're filling it up. You're preparing yourself for the next day.
I'd be up pissing all night.
I had no memory of making popcorn. I must have though, because the bowl was there and it was completely empty.
Of course.
I'm curious though. So you say you noticed this the next night. So the bowl of popcorn set upturned in your bedroom just for a day and you didn't notice.
Well, no, once I'm up, I leave my bedroom. I get up, go pee, take my morning shower, and then I'm out of the bedroom. It wasn't until I came back in that I was like, there's a little bit of mayhem in the corner.
See, he leaves his
room.
bed when he wakes up, Drifter, and he doesn't return to it until the nighttime.
That's true.
I understand the joke that you're going for here, very obviously, but I mean, you would think that you would notice a big popcorn bowl sitting in your room.
No, it's a usual occurrence. There's always a popcorn bowl there. This was
what's embarrassing
kind of guy
is there is often a popcorn bowl in my room because I like to make popcorn and take it into bed.
Okay.
And then I salt it. I'm not putting butter on it. I'm just I self pop the corn with my air popper and then flip the machine over and get it there.
I have a dedicated carnival style popcorn machine.
Well, it depends.
So the audience is aware.
I used the air popper. I have an air popper, and then I have the kind that sits in the corner of the room
you have
on
multiple
wheels.
Dedicated popcorn machines.
Correct. But if you want to be lower calorie, you just air pop it. If I'm feeling a little mischievous, I'll use the one in the corner that looks like a carnival one, where you have to put coconut oil in the top and then add the correct amount of popcorn, and then you turn it on and it boils over into the rest of it. But I was obviously in my drunken state, you've already had enough calories. Just have the
after 2,400 calories of beer, maybe the light corn.
So at night, you have a little bit of popcorn to end your day.
Yeah,
is there like a gummy involved prior to the popcorn that might necessitate the snack?
Sometimes. I guess I'll clarify that to often. But
there could be. There might be a little bit.
Mayhaps. Because that's the healthiest late night snack option available is the air popped popcorn with just salt on it. But the problem is that you have to put so much salt on the popcorn to make it look like, or to make it even a little salty, because once you finish the popcorn, the bottom of the bowl is just a pile of salt. You have only like 15-20%. If you use butter, it's different.